General Harding, you are one of the female generals in Canada. What has motivated you during this journey?
So it's a fascinating question because I've done this for 30 years and it's been a hard road, and it didn't always need to be a hard road. Through many of the years I wish I could have had women to look up to or known which choices to make when I came to a juncture in my life, and I didn't. And so one of the reasons for me staying, and one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about women, peace and security, is that even if there is one person whose journey I can help a little bit better, then it is worthwhile. The military is a difficult and a complex environment. It's not only just the lifestyle, the moving, it's also the nature of what our work does. And in many times as a woman, it's a really complicated space to try and figure out who you are and who your identity was. When I was younger, I didn't know what it meant to be a woman because I only worked with men. And so I spent many years searching for my identity and trying to figure out why the way I thought was different. And now for me is if I can just make one difference for someone and go, it's okay to be different. Your views are valuable and necessary, and be who you are. Don't try and be like someone who sits next to you.
Considering resilience, what are the challenges that we are facing?
So resilience is one of my most favorite topics because it is so vast. The first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the impact of social media. When I was raised, the information that I had access to was that which was in my direct community, my direct family, or what I read in the newspapers. And so my ability to make a decision on my values, on my ability to survive, I only had the facts that were within my immediate environment. I didn't have a greater understanding of the badness that was going out there in the world. So when you look at resilience today, it is a really complicated space for those, especially the youth, who are trying to define who they are as individuals and trying to determine where they are in life and what kind of people they want to be. Because you struggle with what is a value, what is right, what is wrong. And in many cases you have your family and you have your friends, but then you have this influx of information around you that just makes it more and more confusing. And especially when you have topics as critical as diversity and inclusion, it is really a case of trying to figure out who you are as an adult and who you want to be. In many cases the youth are forced to grow up much faster than we were because of the influx of information and the requirement to distill what it is that is real. And I think that's one of the challenges to resilience, is knowing what the truth is and what isn't the truth.
Looking into the future, what should we focus on more?
I think we really need to focus on generational differences. In my perspective I think the youth and those who are just entering the workforce is where we really need to apply a lot of our policies, a lot of our changes, and really instilling on a new generation what the possibilities are. In an ideal world, we don't need a women, peace and security agenda because it just is. There is diversity, inclusion, and gender parity all around us and throughout the world. We don't have to discuss things such as gender-based violence because there are laws and it's not socially acceptable. That's where we want to be. And so one of the reasons why focusing on the new generation coming in is that they're still shaping their views, they're still shaping their convictions, their passions in life. And for me, it's about giving them a narrative that is positive and allows them to make their own choices that may not reflect those of their parents, their family, or a generation above us. At some point in time, we just need to understand that you literally can only shape an older person's views so much because they are fixed and they're fomented in their experiences of their youth. And in many of those cases, those experiences may not have been positive. So a lot of what I offer to folks is really do focus on your school and those who are just coming to the workforce to give them that experience that we wish we would have had.
General Harding, thank you so much, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Take care.